How diddly doodly?
Hello, we are here in Chesterfield. As you can see by the crooked spire.
The massive church in the background.
Yes, the staple of the community in Chesterfield. Life depends around that entire...
It's about the only thing we're known for.
Yeah, it's on the sign as you drive in. It's very good. But we are here, it's very cold. It's the middle of December. I'd say it's around, what, minus 3,000?
Minus 3,000, yeah. It's
like
about
that.
10 o'clock at night, 10:30 at night. We're about 8 stories up in this car park because we thought, oh, we like this car park, we're going to record because we're weird like that.
Yeah. So, well, let's introduce ourselves, shall we?
So, I'm Declan. This next to me.
Sonny Scott. I am proud owner of MX-5, Honda Accord, and now currently a pedal bike because I am banned.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I've been banned for 56 days for speeding, and it's not very good.
Because someone decided to speed past an airport of all places, doing 83 and a 50, which is quite a smart idea if you ask me.
Yeah, looking back, not very good now, but it's nice to know MX-5s can reach really high velocity speeds.
Well, my MX-5 hasn't moved in 2.5 years, so I think he's beat me there anyway. But I'm also a proud owner of a fake Skyline that no one likes, called an Infiniti G35, and a Lexus that gets absolutely bullied on the daily. But they're alive, they're kicking still, they cost me a fortune on fuel, but luckily Sonny doesn't have to spend any money on fuel because he's banned.
Yep, all the fuel comes from my legs.
And then he complains he's tired all the time, hence why he's currently surviving off a monster and he's barely smiled at the camera.
Yeah, I'm going to be very jacked by January though, when I get back in the whip.
Yeah, he's going to be back in the whip and he's going to show off going to all them Tesco car meets and...
Future video ideas. Oh.
Yeah, that's it. But I think this is going to be completely different to what we've done before. This is... we want to give the viewers nostalgia with a sprinkle of our own weirdness on top, shall we say. Because we've not really attempted anything like this before. If it works, it works. If it don't, well, what can you do about it? But we'll start off somewhere quite familiar. Like, everyone does a car review. Everyone thinks they know what the best car is, for example. And everyone's going to be biased. They'll say the car they own or used to own or their dream car will be the best car. But I've got an argument for mine. So let's go to our first car review, shall we?
So, the vehicle I'm about to present to you today, it's been around for a long time, and it never had the respect, the credibility, the understanding that the car deserved ultimately. And I think if more people understood the car, they'd want it. So I'm here to change your mind about one of these.
Here's a history lesson for you. In the 1990s, the German manufacturers were creating business vehicles with about as much enthusiasm as a tax audit. Don't surprise me there. But then the Japanese came in, all calm, quiet, left their shoes at the door. They brought out this, possibly one of the best vehicles ever made. Okay, it's in my top 10 and 15. This is all opinionated, by the way, don't get your nappies in a twist.
This car is the automotive equivalent of beige wallpaper. It's like having Switzerland on wheels. In fact, this is the sort of car you buy when you want to go fast, but you don't want people to realise how much fun you're actually having. And there's another thing about this car some of you might not know. The legendary 2JZ.
This car doesn't sound exciting on paper, I get it, it's massive, it's heavy, it's got an automatic gearbox, but it's rear wheel drive, it's got 222 brake and a naturally aspirated 2JZ, which means there's even less things to go wrong with it than the turboed ones, and if you do want a turbo it, you just do pistons and con rods and bang a big swirly boy on there. These cars were basically ready to get absolutely abused, and they're so good.
Now, let's get things straight. This is not a Supra. It's not loud, obnoxious. There's no presence, really. There's no big, massive rear spoiler. There's no Fast and Furious soundtrack. What you've got here is a car that was designed by a bunch of accountants one day who wanted something very exciting and then remembered halfway through, wait, we're just accountants. So the ride from the driver's seat of a GS300 is quite an interesting one, to be fair to you, because this engine doesn't purr, it hums. There's many things that's good about it. The drive's smoother than butter, for example. The gearbox is slushier than a teenager in love. The car does handle, mind you, eventually, but there's something quite a bit interesting about this, because you get this presence of the engine waiting, lying in dormant, hoping for you as the owner to eventually go, let's put a turbo on it. So we'll go over the steps, okay? If you're looking for comfort, reliability, if you're looking for a sleeper that with the right modification would scare a supercar owner, then this is what you want. This car is the automotive version of a librarian who can bench press a horse. And to be fair, that's why I like it.
Oh, thank you, good sir, thank you.
No worries, my darling.
As you can see, this is a very fine gentleman's car. I'm getting very VIP treated. It looks like an Oldsmobile, but it's got such a sense of luxury that you don't realise about it. And my friend Sonny.
Yeah, it's a good car. I can't talk from experience about driving, but I've been road trips in it. Been passenger princess a few times, unfortunately. Now more that I've been banned. But it's a good car, comfort-wise, you know, handles speed bumps and surprisingly handles corners quite well.
Sometimes. Now I've sorted some of the suspension and the brakes out, it handles it much better. But with much hope, I might get a V8 version of these, the 430s or the LS400s.
That would be the dream.
But when it comes to being small and practical and compact and comfy and just genuinely being the best car on the planet, this is it.
Well, I don't know about the best luxury car.
You don't know about the best. Right, okay.
I've got a few other...
So I can think of maybe one or two luxury cars that is better than this, and one of them is a Lexus. So what do you think is a better luxury car then?
Well, personally, I think my Honda Accord is quite a decent contender.
Told you about bias.
You know, it's unique, cool, it's quite rare. You know, you've got all the same things, if not more of this than you've got in this spec. You've got your heated seats, heated mirrors, electric seats, electric windows, electric mirrors, electric sunroof, cruise control. You know, I've now got Bluetooth in the radio. Didn't come with that factory, obviously, but you know, everything you need in a daily car, you've got the reliability there. Only thing you've not got is power and speed and handling.
Which is literally half the experience. Well, yeah, maybe this spec's lacking in the leather and the heated seats, blah, 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 and the sunroof. But the normal spec, this is a much rarer spec. The normal spec has all that, and it has the climate control, and it's got more power, because it's got the 2JZ in it. And they've got cruise control. And the leather, and they've got heated seats. And they're rear wheel drive, that's where the fun is. Who wants to drive a front wheel drive car anyway? They're not good, they're not fun.
Okay, but how much would that cost?
It depends on the mileage. So I picked this up, bear in mind it's a rarer spec, and I can't get parts for interior bits, which is always fun. The interior is impossible to come by, but I picked this up at 43,000 mile, and it was a swap for my Z, which was worth £4,000. So you'd probably pick up mileage similar to this for around 55k for about £4,000. Anything 100k-ish, £1,500.
And I only paid £600 for my Honda Accord. And the only downsides it had was it had a hole in the sill, but it's an old Japanese car. You've got to expect some crust.
Oil from the engine.
Oil from the engine, fix that. Valve
Actuators.
Stem, valve cover. Window actuators.
Door actuators.
Well, door actuators and all. And the CV boots both were split, so I replaced them. But all in all, you know, could probably cost me, what, about 900 quid altogether. I think pretty good deal for what it is.
It's not bad, but I still don't think it compares, because you can't even... It's just a fun car. It's just as comfy. And you can't even bring up reliability because we've got arguably one of the most unkillable engines on the planet sat in these. And because they're NA, there's even less for them to go wrong. So
I would say that Honda is more reliable.
you cannot... Right, don't get me wrong. There is certain engines from Honda, such as the K20s,
Yes.
that are just as good,
Yes.
but it's a 2J. It is a 2... That's it. It's a 2J. There's no other argument. You can't win.
I'd still rather have the Accord.
When it comes to Japanese... If we're talking engines, when it comes to Japanese engines, the only one that's probably more unkillable than a JZ is a 1UZ, which is the V8s, which is also in the LS400s, which you want.
That is the top luxury car I would have. The pre-facelift LS400 V8 mint. Oh, I'd love one.
Well, for me, I've got an argue with two of the luxury cars. I'd have a Toyota Aristo, which is a Japanese import of these with the twin-turbo GTE engines from the Mark IV Supras. Brilliant cars, and you can pick them up quite cheap because not many people know about them. And the other's a Toyota Century, as you would agree, is about the pinnacle of luxury. The problem is we can't afford it because it's a 4 or 5 litre V12.
Yeah.
So fuel is...
Yeah, I was going to say I couldn't afford fuel, let alone the car itself.
Fuel's 5 gallon per mile at least, and I'd want to straight pipe it, and I'd get it pulled every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And it's massive, and you'd crash into everything. But at least it would take it like a tank.
And I mean, imagine parts for them and all. I mean, we think
Parts for
ours
this is
are
hard enough. Yeah. It's like, if we're talking parts, look at Honda Preludes. Like, you can't get parts for old Preludes anymore. They're near impossible.
Which the Accord also shares parts with.
Yeah,
so.
which is another thing. While these actually share parts with a lot of Lexuses and Toyotas, so it's easier to get parts for.
I guess that's...
So, yet again, another win for the Lexus.
I guess. I still like the uniqueness. It's a flex being able to
Obviously,
say...
I suppose I'm going to be biased, and I suppose Sonny over here is going to be biased, even though we all know who's right in this situation.
Yeah, clearly.
But I suppose it's fair to agree to disagree, even though, yet again, we know who's right. But if you really want to settle it, I suppose there is one way we can settle it, with the first episode of the Hot Yacht. Welcome to the Endgame Motorsports Hot Yacht Challenge. So here we are in the best car on the planet, the Lexus GS300.
Accord.
Lexus. And as you can hear the fans going in the background. So the thing is with these cars is these heaters get to 30 degrees sat here right now, and it gets bloody hot.
Yeah, I've been in 2 minutes, I'm already sweating.
So our little challenge is going to be this. We're going to bring special guests in every episode. We're going to start reviewing some cars. That's going to be a new segment that will come soon. And we're going to get every single guest we get in here, or the Nissan, where it gets just as hot. And we're going to see how long they last.
Few inches later, day 2, day 3, day 4.
Oh, right, I've had enough. I'm getting out.
You lose. I was right. The GS is better.
I'm drying out my eyeballs.
Quick, you let me heat out. Loser. Loser. I'm dying.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Oh, that is genuinely horrible to do for a long period of time. I forget how hard it is doing it in that. But I can't wait for you to see other people try that. It's not as easy as you think it is. But what we'll do is we'll chill out now with some news, I reckon. So what's got your head shaking, Sonny?
Oh, well, to be fair, the car community in general in the UK right now it's not doing well. The car community in the world is kind of annoying me a bit. You know, I'm going on Instagram and watching these videos, and you're just seeing stupid people doing Tesco car meets and takeovers in
This is quite a
warehouses.
regular conversation of ours. Yeah, people don't. It's a bit hard because the government, especially in England, don't really give any enthusiasts anywhere to drive, or they get dodgy if you're on car parks. So people always resolve to being risky and doing it on the road and endangering people, and that's not what we agree with, really. I get why people do it. Is it worth the risk? No, not really. I know a few people who've died from it. I don't see the point in it or what people get out of it. It's probably better to do it on a car park and get caught than do it on the road and then crash and then get caught anyway and kill someone. But yeah, I have a look in America. America do takeovers way worse. Them takeovers are absolutely crazy.
Them ones where they're shutting off whole intersections. You know, you're not only are you endangering people's lives, but you're also just stopping people from getting home from
Daily
work.
commutes and stuff, like it's just causing traffic.
Going to work, coming home from work, getting home to your families, you know, you're just causing a nuisance.
I feel like it's just a bit of selfishness for a bit of adrenaline.
Yeah.
And I know people are always going to be selfish, but I think it gets to a point where it's sort of ridiculous and it's not worth it, I suppose. But in all fairness to the American car community, I know it's a bit different over there for a reason I'm about to explain, but their cars are so much better than ours. Like the modified scene, bar the odd bad egg, like the G35s get royally like rinsed and Zeds over there.
It's just a shame the drivers aren't better than us though.
Yeah, that's it. But the cars are so much better, but the reason for that is insurance.
Yep.
Because I think now it is mandatory in most states for insurance, but it's still cheap as chips. You've got 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds in Mustangs, and we've got 20-year-olds who can barely afford to insure Corsas. And I mean, who would want to drive a Corsa anyway? You're going to McDonald's, picking up like certain individuals, let's say. But
and then especially when you get speeding tickets and
speeding bans.
Yeah, speeding bans, going to court for it, you know, that puts your insurance up.
Yeah, I'm sure Sonny's going to have a lovely time when it comes to his insurance quotes now.
I'm hoping I get a lot of Christmas money.
I don't think it'll be enough, personally.
No.
But, yeah, insurance companies are kind of screwed in this country, let's say.
Yep.
You're required to pay into something mandatory.
Yep.
When it's a privatised business.
And then half the time they don't even cover you anyway.
And half the time they'll find it's an insurance company, they will find any excuse not to pay out. And sometimes it is genuinely stupid.
Yeah.
Or they won't pay the amount your car's worth or what they valued. Like they will find anything they can.
A good example were when I got them, I was driving down the motorway and a car in the opposite lane, there was a solid barrier opposite us, and in the opposite lane, car crashed, kicks up a bunch of rocks, and I get 2 big dints on my Honda, and I call my insurance up, and these 2 dints will now write the car off, and I pay £300 a month for 2 cars. But what's that go towards if they're just going to write my car off? It doesn't make sense.
I'd like to bring up a point about that crash. What was the car that crashed into the barrier?
I believe it was a Volkswagen Golf, surprisingly.
I thought you told me it was a Honda Civic.
No, I thought it was a Honda Civic, and then when
I was about to say, it explained the drivers of them Accord owners.
Yeah.
Well, sorry. I don't know if I were too close to the sun, but I get it.
No,
sorry.
it was the Volkswagen Golf drivers, so that's more realistic, to be fair.
But that's German drivers for you. They don't use their indicator. To be fair, older Volkswagens ain't too bad, but newer ones, yeah, they're nothing special. But either way, insurance is anything's a write-off now. If I smashed the Nissan up in any, like, I could take maybe £100 of body damage on the Nissan because it's an import. It's game over. It's gone. The thing is, there's so much that could cause damage to your vehicle now, such as like hitting potholes and stuff.
Yeah.
But obviously, that's what we pay road tax for, is to sort all them potholes out.
Well, you'd think, wouldn't you?
Because I'm paying £800 a year on road tax, £900 a year on road tax.
I think mine's about same 700-ish.
And they then spend days blocking off roads, doing the potholes, and then within a week they've reformed again, and they're probably worse than what they were beforehand.
I'll give him money to hotels.
But at least if you buy an EV vehicle, you don't have to pay road tax. Oh wait, what have they done now? Because the government care about you and your EVs and the economy so much and the environment, is now you've got pay per mile. So now you're paying tax depending on how many miles you do a year. So if you're in an EV and you're doing 10,000 miles, pretty sure it's a grand tax, something like that.
That's ridiculous.
At least that grand tax would be beneficial for our local roads and stuff like that, as well as your EV, very environmental car.
Yep. I don't know. The country's a bit everywhere at this point.
Yeah, and I think the car community is as well. But to be fair to the car community here, the rules on the modification of cars is getting stricter and stricter by the year. With MOTs getting stricter and stricter, it's going to get to the point where you can't modify cars. I think Germany's quite bad for it as well.
Yeah, there's a few places in America, like California, that's really
They're
bad
very
with
strict,
stuff,
but then again, even in California, they've got way less rules than we've got here.
Have they? Yeah.
Mostly, yeah. I've seen some of the cars out in California, but the thing is, over here, is we're very policed because we've got all the ULEZ, the APR cameras, speed cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
Coppers just sat on lay-bys. In America, you have a copper sat every so often, and it's just interstates. Like,
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I've seen a speed camera in US.
I've been to the US twice, and in both times, I never saw a speed camera.
Yeah.
I barely saw police. So, don't get me wrong, I'd love to live in America or Mexico, because that's where we do all our professional driving in Mexico. Yep. But it's just hard to have anything sort of modified, because now if you get caught with any modification, like they can be, if they want to be strict, they'll get you done for stickers or like a different wheel or something like that.
Yeah.
Like it could decrease the value of the car, but they'll still null your insurance. And if you get caught by the police and you've not claimed it, you'll get points on your license, and it's just modification is just sort of gone in this country, and it does upset me when I look at like SEMA in America, or you look at the Nürburgring and some of the cars going around there, because you can go to Germany if it's under a British MOT, like the German police can't do about that, and they're just better.
Or just looking back for like 20 years ago when they had like Max Power stuff out, and you see all the cool builds that everyone had then.
But okay, this is my hot take of the day then, as well as your hot take being the Accord's better than a Lexus,
Which it is.
It's not. My hot take is cars nowadays, or modification nowadays, is all the same. Like someone might come up with a unique idea, and then someone will find out how they did it or got told, and then everyone will start running the same modifications. This is why people have started gatekeeping mods and vehicles, and because they want their builds to be unique, because they're not unique anymore. Like, if you want your car to be the exact same as everyone else's, fair enough, you do you, but for me that's not it. Max Power was perfect because every car may not look the best, but they were all built to the owner, they were all different.
Yeah.
And that's what we like about Max Power.
I just like the Need for Speed PlayStation games.
PlayStation inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I just like the cool like wide bodies and stuff. I can't lie, all custom made.
There were some nice body kits.
There were some nice body kits, but you can pick them up now for like $1,000 because no one does Max Power anymore. Because I think half the mods are illegal now on half the cars.
Yeah.
But you know what? Hopefully, let's be honest. It's England. It's never going to happen. But laws might ease off a little bit. I doubt it, but it's definitely not going to happen by the time this episode goes out. And talking about this episode, I think it's about time for it to end. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. Sonny and me are going to be going now, and we'll see you for the next one.